Allow the children to have the budget every year.
It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay.
She
Off your mind. Nobody is down.
like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Mayegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, Mayegun la wa mo la mo do. Mayegun diary.
Hello there.
Mayegun la wa mo.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun La. So I've seen some of you have been repeating that same phrase from the beginning of, from the moment you join. Hello there. This is Mayegun La.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Mayegun máa wí. Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary politico. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun diary. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹ́gọ́rọ̀.
Sorry that I have to put Governor Ajobi away. Governor Jackson of Osun. I'll tell you the story behind that. Share this broadcast. Invite your friends and also friendly friends and tell them that.
Àní ẹ̀sùn Raki.
Ó ti dé o.
Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn Raki. Àní ẹ̀sùn Raki. Lórí Facebook. Àní ẹ̀sùn Raki.
If you joined me earlier today on the Sunday sermon, call this the continuation of the Sunday sermon. We are still on Sunday, aren't we? Share the I told you I will bring back the speech of the president of Niger Republic. ECOWAS said they are about to go in. Niger is saying we are also waiting for you. Motideo again. So good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. It is Mayegun live again. And if you have taken your time to read the caption of the broadcast, the description, which is the body, it helps in a way to let you get kind of in tune into what we are talking about, or we will be talking about. And if you are familiar with some of the developments, you would have a chance to call in, to kind of share your own view too. We do that as well. And tonight, I hope the time will let us, or people will permit. But before then, let's start from the beginning. You know that ECOWAS said they have a date already, that they are going to go into Niger Republic militarily. You know, in case if you don't, well, this is me kind of putting it into your own conscious mind that yes, they have a date, but they said they would not make that date public. However, back in the Niger Republic, where things seems to be moving so fast, faster than I believe a lot of people kind of envisaged as well, as much as it seems so slower in a way that, okay, if they want to invade, may they invade Jare. There are many developments behind the scene. Niger Republic is not just Niger Republic, as they are making a lot of people believe. I mean, I don't know what they are selling to you in Nigeria, but things are moving very, very fast to the point that America is planning to move their base out of the region without a fight. But the president of Niger Republic, who called on their citizens to come out, it is time for you to defend the republic, defend your country. Indeed, a lot of them have started signing up as volunteer soldiers, wherever this is going to lead to. Some people are still making effort to trying to use diplomacy, what they should have started with before they gave them ultimatum. But we all know why this is going this direction, and the war is inevitable, except for any last surprise push from somewhere that puts a break on it. And as it is right now, France is in a fix, like in a tight corner. Okay, there's so much at stake, and that is why a lot of people believe that war is inevitable, or a civil war, or a counter coup, whatever it's going to be. This junta has to go. Now, making that happen will depend on how many Sujis in Africa they can put together, and Nigeria is happy to lead the pack. But before we get fully into all of this tonight, ladies and gentlemen, remember, you need to like the broadcast. That is your own offering. It's like coming into into the gathering where we are having our service, the sermon, and all you owe us is just like the broadcast. Share it if you haven't already. Now, there are new presidents who seems to be consolidating his power. Currently, they've already formed government in Niger. Military and civilian. If you see their cabinet, they have civilians, they have military, soldiers who see this way, civilians who see this way. They've already given all of them position. They have prime minister already. So somehow, they are kind of already activated that, is it called Amber? What's it they call that, where you have to put on the alerts so everybody go know, say, what they come, everybody, they get ready. Those who are going to go to the bunkers and all that, because according to them, France and this ECOWAS, they've already declared war on them as far back as July 31st. Do you understand? When the coup started. When the coup was about 3 days, Nigeria cut off their electricity, their hospitals, their schools, and so many other places like that are currently without electricity. And they've been like that for for weeks now. However, the guy is like this. I found a clip that is kind of subtitled, but it is poorly subtitled. Okay, this online subtitle websites, you can tell, like, where you see, instead of seeing Nigerians, you'll be seeing Nigerians. I thought I should kind of let you know, okay? But here is his speech. Let's listen together.
Nigériens, mes chers compatriotes, depuis le 30 juillet dernier, nous vivons dans notre chair les sanctions d'une ampleur sans précédent prises contre notre pays, le Niger, et son peuple suite aux événements du 26 juillet 2023. Ces sanctions visent notamment à nous priver de ressources financières indispensables au fonctionnement de nos institutions, à entraver notre vie quotidienne et à étouffer notre économie et le petit commerce. En outre, ces sanctions vont jusqu'à priver délibérément nos laborieuses populations de tout approvisionnement en produits alimentaires et pharmaceutiques. Finalement, comme s'il y avait un plan visant le démantèlement de notre pays, la CEDEAO s'apprête à agresser le Niger en mettant sur pied une armée d'occupation en complicité avec une puissance qui est étrangère à notre espace communautaire et à notre continent. Ces sanctions sont illégales parce que contraires au principe d'intégration, de solidarité et de libre circulation dans une communauté telle que la CEDEAO. Ce caractère illégal est du reste attesté par la jurisprudence en la matière. Ces sanctions sont surtout inhumaines. Comment comprendre en effet qu'on laisse pourrir aux frontières des produits alimentaires et pharmaceutiques de première nécessité destinés à des populations dans le besoin? Comment comprendre que l'on impose à des populations des sanctions qui vont jusqu'à les priver de courant électrique en laissant les malades mourir dans les hôpitaux? Ces sanctions ne sont pas pensées dans une optique de recherche de solutions, mais pour nous mettre à genoux et nous humilier. Comme vous le savez, elles ont été prises sans consultation préalable ni des autorités de transition, ni des instances régionales, ni des parlements nationaux, ni des populations sœurs des pays de la communauté. Nigériennes, Nigériens, mes chers compatriotes, ceux qui ont pris ces sanctions cruelles et menacent de tuer des milliers de Nigériens espèrent ainsi les diviser et imposer à notre vaillant peuple leur volonté. Ils pensent pouvoir nous contraindre à accepter par la force ce qui est profondément inacceptable, car contraire à nos intérêts vitaux et à nos valeurs cardinales. Ils veulent isoler notre pays à un moment où notre peuple a le plus besoin de la solidarité communautaire pour mieux faire face au terrorisme et à l'insécurité. Ils ne semblent pas mesurer l'ampleur de contre-coup qu'une agression militaire contre le Niger aurait sur toute la région. Ils semblent ignorer que c'est en grande partie grâce au professionnalisme et à la vaillance de nos forces de défense et de sécurité que le Niger est resté le verrou qui empêche les hordes de terroristes de déstabiliser l'ensemble de notre région. Heureusement, dans plusieurs pays voisins, comme lointains, membres de la communauté ou non, des leaders visionnaires et des populations solidaires ont exprimé et expriment leur opposition à toute intervention qui ouvrirait une véritable boîte de Pandore. Nigériennes, Nigériens, mes chers compatriotes, il est paradoxal que les réactions excessives entretenues par certains acteurs externes qui tentent d'imposer les médias une image caricaturale du Conseil national pour la sauvegarde de la patrie et de son action soient autant en déphasage par rapport aux aspirations du peuple nigérien. La réaction populaire observée dans tout le pays démontre pourtant à suffisance que l'action des forces de défense et de sécurité regroupées au sein du Conseil national pour la sauvegarde de la patrie répond clairement à l'exaspération de l'écrasante majorité du peuple nigérien qui se sent délivré. Nigériennes, Nigériens, mes chers compatriotes, je affirme ici que notre ambition n'est pas de confisquer le pouvoir. Je réaffirme aussi notre disponibilité à tout dialogue pour autant qu'il tienne compte des orientations voulues par le peuple nigérien, fier et résilient. Toute approche coercitive et ignorant la quête de souveraineté, de sécurité et de bonne gouvernance exprimée clairement par la population revient à ignorer les dynamiques profondes en œuvre dans les pays sahéliens abandonnés à leur propre sort depuis plus de 10 ans par ceux-là même qui, au lieu de les aider à combattre les maux qui les assaillent, veulent aujourd'hui les agresser. À la vérité, la prise de pouvoir par les forces de défense et de sécurité, aussitôt fermement soutenue par nos vaillantes populations, s'inscrit dans un contexte de rejet des modèles sécuritaires et de mauvaise gouvernance faite d'injustice, de corruption, mise en œuvre par des régimes qui se prétendent démocratiques, mais qui en réalité dévoient et discréditent la démocratie. Le Conseil national pour la sauvegarde de la patrie adhère pleinement au principe du libre choix des gouvernements par les peuples. Mais pour que le peuple puisse choisir ses dirigeants, il faut un système transparent dans lequel les opposants ne sont pas emprisonnés ou exilés, dans lequel une véritable alternance est possible et dans lequel la société civile peut librement s'exprimer et manifester sans être inquiétée. Le soutien massif des populations au Conseil national pour la sauvegarde de la patrie au Niger, comme chez nos frères maliens, burkinabés et guinéens, entre autres, traduit non pas le désir d'une gouvernance autocratique, mais un désir de démocratie véritable, porteur de bien-être.
Thank you. I thought I should give you a break. Mo will do a small break before we continue because there's still a bit portion of it. So that was him addressing his people, letting them know that at least for those of you who kind of had problem with the subtitle, I told you, right? But it was manageable, wasn't it? Right. It was condemning the action of ECOWAS, I said, and then SEDAO, the regional countries who have been like threatening them of invasion at first, placing sanctions on them, sanctions upon sanctions, financial sanctions, as well as even turning off their electricity. But according to him, he said, these guys who are asking and then, who are doing all of these things, they are not looking at the deep cause or the root cause of the problem. The autocratic system that they call democracy. Sure you get? He said, well, they are open for all negotiation and conversation as long as you respect the position of the national security, which is them, of Niger and the people of Niger. Because those who are doing all of these things wanted to coerce them They wanted to humiliate them, and they wanted them on their knees, begging, which they will not do again. Sure you get? That they don't have a plan. They don't have the plan of holding on to power. They will return the power to democracy, where people can actually choose their own leaders without any influence or force, corruption or rigging, according to him. Should you hear that, Abi? People are not allowed to choose their leaders. The active ingredient for what? For coup in West Africa, especially the abuse of power by those who parade themselves as Democrats when they are not. You know, changing the constitution of their country to suit them and retain power and all that. Rig elections. And use the state power to send your opposition to exile or jail them on prop up charges. Or do they call it trumped up? Okay, it's like trumped up charges. Trumped up. This is their style in most of these African countries. Okay? They killed their opposition. They jailed them or they exile them. Then they continue the exploitation of their people. Anyway, this one said they are not doing that, but they are going to do it. That democracy you are talking about, we're going to do it in our own way. Or if you are going to come for us, he says something about the Burkina Bay. He's talking about Burkina Faso. He also mentioned that a lot of these West African countries have forgotten that it was Niger that has been holding back in the Sahel the terrorists that could have overrun the entire West Africa by now, which is true, by the way. It is true. It's almost like war every day for them in that part of Africa, I have to be honest. And you see all these Nigerian soldiers and the rest of them. A lot of them have just 3 days ago. The terrorists in Niger, that Sahel, they killed 18 or about 20 of them, Nigerian soldiers, even in the midst of this whole wahala. So, they said if you think that it is in your interest that your leaders are mobilizing soldiers because of interest, because of interest of France, mobilizing soldiers to come and invade Niger, they are not telling you the whole story. Because once that barrier is broken, the rest of you can just, well, that's what he said there, right? No, it didn't stop there. There is more. I'll give you that before we continue.
Entre autres, traduit non pas le désir d'une gouvernance autocratique, mais un désir de démocratie véritable, porteur de bien-être pour tous. Nous en sommes parfaitement conscients. Nigériennes, Nigériens, mes chers compatriotes, en tant que soldats, nous connaissons le prix d'une guerre. En tant que Nigériens et Ouest-Africains, nous trouverions tragique d'aller en guerre contre nos frères d'armes aux côtés desquels nous étions engagés hier pour sécuriser notre région. Nos populations, qui sont les mêmes de part et d'autre de nos frontières, trouvent aberrant d'être opposées les unes aux autres. En somme, ni le Conseil national pour la sauvegarde de la patrie, ni le peuple nigérien ne veulent d'une guerre et demeurent ouverts au dialogue. Mais, qu'on nous comprenne bien, si une agression devait être entreprise contre nous, elle ne sera pas la promenade de santé à laquelle certains croient. En effet, ils trouveront face à eux 26 millions de Nigériens, les dignes fils de Bounama Dibalani, de Idriss Anaouma, de Mohamed Kosso, de Mohamed Nafarko, de Amadou Tanimoun Kourandaga, de Suleiman Tanchintuma, de Kausen Ag Kedda, de Tankasawa Agoragi, de Babari Soba, de Bawa Jangwarzo, de Akazama Ari Kulumba, de Mali Bero, de Ousmane Tanfodio, de Soni Alibert et de Askia Mohamed, entre autres. Ainsi, fort du soutien de notre grand peuple et avec l'aide de nos frères du Burkina, de la Guinée et du Mali, les forces de défense et de sécurité du Niger ne se déroberont pas. Pour ma part, une fois de plus, je tiens à vous réaffirmer, mes chers compatriotes, que tout comme les autres membres du Conseil national pour la sauvegarde de la patrie et du gouvernement, je suis au service du Niger et de ses seuls intérêts et que je ne trahirai jamais vos espérances, Inch'Allah. Aussi, conscient de la nécessité de structurer les nouvelles élans de patriotisme qui renaissent au Niger, j'engage toutes les forces vives de la nation à travers un dialogue national inclusif. L'objectif de l'instance dédiée à ce dialogue est de consulter toutes les composantes du peuple nigérien sur les voies les meilleures permettant de poser les fondements d'une nouvelle vie constitutionnelle sur des piliers profondément ancrés dans nos valeurs traditionnelles et républicaines. Dans cette perspective, le gouvernement est d'ores et déjà instruit pour prendre les dispositions urgentes en vue de l'organisation de ce dialogue. Dans ce cadre, les forces vives qui y seront conviées s'attelleront dans un délai de 30 jours à formuler des propositions concrètes devant conduire 1. À définir les principes fondamentaux devant régir notre transition. 2. À définir la priorité de la transition dont la durée ne saurait aller au-delà de 3 ans. 3. À définir les priorités nationales durant la transition. 4. À appeler les valeurs fondamentales devant guider la refondation de la République. Nigériennes, Nigériens, mes chers compatriotes, c'est donc entre Nigériens et dans le cadre du dialogue fraternel que nous allons trouver, j'en suis convaincu, les solutions adoptées à tous les défis qui se posent à nous. Accompagnés dans notre élan de sortie de crise et ce, dans l'intérêt de tous. Vive le peuple nigérien, vive le Conseil national pour la sauvegarde de la patrie.
Bàbá Tinubu ẹjọ́ arákùnrin ta ló ń bọ̀ wá alágbè yìí wọlé ẹjọ́ ẹ má jà rígírẹ́tì ẹjọ́ bàbá ẹjọ́ ẹ ṣàánú wa ẹjọ́ bí tí ń pa wá. Bàbá Tinubu ẹjọ́ àríṣẹ́ ṣe. Ó ti dójú ẹ̀ sẹ́yìn 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 ó ti dójú ẹ̀ sẹ́yìn.
So, thank you. That was I wanted to pronounce his name. His name starts with T, but it's like a Chiani. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced. The president of a Niger Republic. In a nutshell, at least they are open they are open to dialogue. Let's have a conversation around this and we will transit, we will hand over power and we will not stay beyond 3 years. And in 30 days now, we're going to put some blah, blah, blah together, transition and all that. We know all the drill. Sure you get. There's no transition. But the reaction of AU at the ECOWAS is still being expected. Remember, they have their date already picked. So more put that aside. How far everybody, I mean, have you kind of received your own rice? Or you've seen people around you who have received theirs without much hassle, like kind of, because it seems that from yesterday, so many places have been receiving the palliative rice. And have you all noticed how the word palliatives became part of Nigerian lives now? Like, you know, palliative, give them palliative from coronavirus, palliative for corona, palliatives for subsidy, abi, like it's like coming back. But the definition of palliative is like give them food. So the palliative, you don't collect your own palliative. I've been the money you they wait for. I mean, I'm not mocking you. This is general now. Everybody is kind of collecting rice. Not everybody. Okay, fine. Not everybody. The people of Ondo State said they were promised 81,000 bags of rice, but they've only received 3,000, and people are hungry. We'll go to Ondo. Just a short stop, okay, before we continue.
The hardship that accompanied the removal of fuel subsidy, according to residents, has brought continued hardship on both their economic and social life. Chairman Ondo State Palliative Implementation Committee, Wale Akintenwa, while interacting with newsmen on ways to address the hardship of residents, said the state government has gone a step further by purchasing another 3,000 bags of rice to complement the 3,000 received from the federal government for distribution to residents to cushion the effects of the subsidy removal.
Ondo State got only 3,000 bags of rice, contrary to our expectation of 81,000 bags of rice. We were promised 81,000 bags. On the basis of that, we made some pronouncements. We went ahead to plan, and now we're here. As a state, I've paid for and received another 3,000 bags.
Other commissioners in the state cabinet agreed that it's high time the state government explore other ways in boosting the state's economy.
Of the visionary leadership of Arakeredolu-led administration to open up Ondo State. Right now, if you travel on bike from Araromi to Akodoleki, it takes you between 35 to 45 minutes to get there. That is how close we are to Lagos.
Volume of oil palm seedlings that each state bought from them were number one. The state that came second, we were 3 times what they procured. And apart from that, we have brought in the palm elite seedlings, which is fantastic, which had a component of the Nigerian oil palm in the breeding.
Meanwhile, pensioners and the vulnerable in the state have been assured of the sum of 10,000 naira beginning from the end of August as part of ongoing efforts to assist them in this period of hard times.
Ondo State is one of the oil-producing states in Nigeria. The last time Ondo State was in the news was when a 12-year-old bunkering ship was caught stealing tens of thousands of barrels of crude oil from Ondo State. When we put what they stole from Ondo State, 300,000 barrels from Ondo State alone in that vessel, when we did all the estimates, and we said, if Ondo State as Yoruba land, so Yoruba State in Yoruba land, or in a Yoruba nation, oil producing states that controls our own resources, do you think somebody will send 3,000 bags of rice to the whole state of Ondo? Then the state government, the whole state government also ordered 3,000 bags. More will break them down. In a singular truck, in Nigeria that carries all these grains, right, in bags. Each bag is 50 kg size, all right? And each trailer will carry 600 bags. So how many trailers will carry 6,000 bags? 10 trucks for about 7 million people. All right? Then they had planned to give the pensioners 10,000 naira. Oil producing states, you. People that are supposed to be living like people living in Texas. Kind of. They are queuing for 3,000 bags and another 3,000 bags. And none like that. It is one of the calamity of Nigeria, where people are living in squalor, and it fits in perfectly where APC, Egbekegbe, wants you to be. Unfortunately, they are begging for them to increase the IGR. IGR from who? From the people you are unable to even pay when they work? You can't even create job for them. When you're talking about IGR, give them 10,000 naira. Turn everybody to beggars. Because they are trying to help us, Abi. At least it is something. It is better than nothing, Abi. It's unfortunate. Because at least, I don't know how they shared it in Ondo, but just imagine seeing your own relative in this video, or even seeing yourself here. Like, what kind of situation will make you get to this stage for food? Nigeria. You know something? That one is even somebody who is doing personal, personal zakat. You know Kokun Foundation, you know that guy? But when you see that of the government, you can then tell me the difference. I mean, if you can, for example, in Shomolu today, some of you have seen it anyway. That was the government giving their own, today. That was Shomolu in Lagos today. There are other videos from everywhere too, but you get the message anyway, don't you? So it is like the people have become so poor that even those who are pretending that they are a little bit better off, they cannot all look away from any kind of freebies right now. Not like this. I mean, the number is so massive that you can tell what the pulse of the country is. Borrow money, share the money. That's coming out of poverty, fighting poverty. APC way, right? Anyway, we'll come back to the rice and the and the wahala behind that when I open the line. Today, the call them the Obidients. The Obidients decided that they were going to start what they call 1 million man march, something like solidarity rally that they will be doing every weekend. But they were going to target all eyes on the judiciary. But that thing has become serious. Oh. That all eyes on the judiciary thing, right, is like something that is currently brewing. And the Nigerian army were called out today. The Nigeria police. You know, there was supposed to be Isheshe Day. Is it today or tomorrow? Was supposed to be Isheshe Day, 20th or 21st. I think it was tomorrow, 21st, right? So in Ilorin, where they've arrested a traditionalist, Tani Olorun, and one other man, right? They had to bring out their soldiers to venue they said would be the venue for Isheshe Day in Ilorin. So for those who know this area, right? There are soldiers there waiting for anybody to show up for Isheshe Day. Well, that one is on the side. It's like a developing story. But you see, when you add those billboards, call all eyes on the judiciary, I don't know why that sort of touched some nerves in some people, especially APC, Egbekegbe. So they had to come out and deny that, no, because immediately some billboard sprung up everywhere. Then some APC thugs, they started tearing them down, right? And then the body that is responsible for sort of the agency that is responsible for, what do you call that thing again? Managing the advertisers or whatever in Nigeria. They had to come out and say, we don't want any billboard or anything, advertisement that has to do with all eyes on the judiciary because it can cause problem in Nigeria. Then the following day, another person issued a statement and said, Tinubu did not authorize the pulling down of all eyes on the judiciary billboard. And you know when they deny something, it means they are doing it, Abi? Or are you new? Every time APC denied something, it is what they are doing. When APC is accusing people of something, pay attention very well. It is what they are doing or about to do or what they have already done. I'll tell you, right? If you don't want to have serious mental breakdown when you are dealing with the issue of Nigeria, especially with APC, Egbekegbe involved, you need to be at least 3, 4, 5 steps ahead. When they deny something, it is what they are doing. Especially if they have to make somebody deny in their name, right? Believe me, it is what they are doing. What they have done, it's either what they have done, what they are doing, or what they are about to do. And denying it means they will still do it, but they will re-strategize on how they're going to do it. Trust me. That's how you deal with them. And nothing else will be difficult to decipher. To decipher from these guys. It's so easy. Abikini, which one is Tinubu did not approve the destruction of the billboard? Then they started issuing letters. Any agency, any advertising agency that takes any adverts concerning See the letter. Managing Director, Intercontinental Marketing, blah, blah, blah. So this is the genesis. So when the people now decided that, now their name is Archon, advertising, what is this? Regulatory agency, Council of Nigeria, Regulating Council of Nigeria, Archon. Notice of violation. Now on this, when these young people now said, you know what? We are going to go and do our 1 million man march. We're going to start it from Abuja. And before you know it, they have all the police everywhere. I mean, I'll show you a few clips, okay? For example, this shot. They call it the city gate in Abuja. The city gate is that arc that is at the, that one that is at the entrance of Abuja, I believe. Let's see if I see a bigger one. You know that arc. So they brought in their police to come and monitor. And same everywhere too. It's not just in Abuja, right? Few other places where they felt like people could be coming. So this one is like the bridge before they are being where the people have been kind of gathering and all that. They wanted to stop them from gathering. There is not going to be any million man march anywhere. Here you get. If you are not allowed, go and collect permit. If you don't collect permit, we'll do what we do best. Somebody once said that, this one is going to be a little bit dark, okay? And I want a lot of you to understand from the point of view of this person, okay? When those terrorists killed 36 soldiers in Niger State a few days ago. So some people, some Nigerians, Nigerians are always angry, right? Some Nigerians were like, oh, rest in peace. Oh, rest in peace, gallant soldier. Rest in peace, patriot. Rest those to meet no more and die no more. Let us all those things that people say to dead people, like that. Shock, it's sudden, gone too soon. All those things, this is so sad. Then some people were just like, oh man, I don't feel sorry for them. Oh. The rest of you have been pretending that you care about Nigerian soldiers, Abi. I mean, you do care. Humanity, kind of, will make you want to feel like, those ones are dead now. They are just dead like that. That humanity. But there are some Nigerians that don't like to pretend. They're like, they tell me, say, can you go Nigerian soldier? And when people were probing, it can't be like, say, they just kind of opened the flood of expression. So, the typical Nigerians, let us, I mean, if we are all angry with the politicians, we understand that. But let us also show some respect to our soldiers. They are the one giving up their lives to keep us safe in Nigeria. Now, we take us wahala be that. Nigerian soldiers giving up their lives to keep you safe. Not me. I mean, I'm talking about these guys. They are like, how? You don't see one Nigerian soldier, or you don't see Nigerian soldier who responded to terrorist attack before. You don't see Nigerian soldier, the same Nigerian soldier that will beat you, brutalize you here and there. Nigerians have been kind of like, we have been traumatized for too long, right? They don't believe that the Nigerian soldiers is kind of giving up their life for them. No, you're not giving up your life for me. No, not me. So if they tell you, say, he's only following order, it's only, which order? If they tell that Nigerian soldier that this is my entire town, that they should level the entire town, whether you are children or whether you are aged or whether all this civilian, they will kill everybody. And they will say they are following order. So you are telling me that that's the same soldier that is coming to come and giving his life up for me. Nigerians as usual, which is true. Nigerian soldiers don't fight war. Nigerian generals, they don't fight war. They just issue themselves general, lieutenant general. No real war. The same Nigerian army, they will go into every part of Nigeria. They will say they are following orders. How many people, Nigerian soldiers, have slaughtered young and old children in Igbo land alone? It's even a record of it. Over 1,500 young people have been killed in Igbo land. That one is minus other elderly people they shot in their homes and all that too, where they said they are looking for IPOB, they are looking for ESN, and everything that move, they say, oh yeah, level them. Odi, Zaki, Biam, and so many part of Nigeria, where civilians are. Some people kill soldiers. They will bring soldiers. So yeah, they are following order. Hey, you cannot blame them for that. They are only following order. Following order kill you, dear. You better let the people that are facing different trauma, you better let them heal and stop trying to make their pain seems like it's not real. That's why I said, if you get to understand from the point of view they are coming from, especially those you don't even know, somebody will say, Nigerian soldier is not giving his life to defend me. No, we all know you are not giving your life to defend me. They will give their life to defend the criminals in power anyway, but not the civilians. If it's not because of Nigerian soldier, the terrorists would have taken over Nigeria. Have terrorists not taken over Nigeria? They play. Terrorists haven't taken over Nigeria. Or is it because they haven't captured you? You forgot that yesterday's survivors are today's victims, Abi. Those of you who survived yesterday, you are watching me today because you are still alive. You've survived today, Abi. You are tomorrow's victim. And on like that. That's who we are in the hands of what they have done to Nigeria, Abi. So let Nigerians who have faced different trauma in the hands of these murderers in uniform as well. But what about the good soldier? Then what about them? What about them? Hey, let's talk about them too. Okay. Tell us about the good soldiers then. The ones that are able to stand up against those criminals that are giving these ridiculous orders inside that same Nigeria, the same one the illegitimate criminals want to send to war. Tell me the good soldiers. There's no good soldier, there's no bad soldier. It's just one guy that is just saying, I'm following order. And when you look at the framework of how they operate, you can be shot by them tomorrow. They are following orders. An American soldier in American, except the one that don't go shoko, with the one that has gone shooting spree, American soldier, will not take an order from the president of America that they should go somewhere and level a place down. It's not going to happen. Do you think so? British soldiers, they will not take an order from any politicians in this country that will tell them to go to a community because they suspected that some criminals are there and all of that. Then go to that community and level the place up. That happens all the time in Nigeria, by the way, like all the time. And they have the media to cover up. Oh, the operation of the military yesterday, blah, 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 blah. They cover it up. Abi? So when that guy said that, like, no, they are not dying for me. I was like, Omo, you have so many walking, wounded Nigerians. Or should I say damaged Nigerians? And every day you are producing those damaged Nigerians. That's the system they represent. So don't pretend and act up like you probably so why would you say that? You say horrible things, by the way, right? Anyway, the soldiers were there in Abuja waiting to implement and follow order. The order to shoot at you because they've told them to shoot you. If you gather anywhere, even though it is democracy, if you gather anywhere they don't want you to gather, the soldiers will be unleashed on you. They will shoot you. They did it in Lekki Toll Gate. They are following order, Abi. They jumped into their vans. They loaded their guns. They did everything in a war gear. And they moved straight to where civilians are shouting, NSAS, NSAC, NSAS, NSAC. And they opened fire on them because they are just following order. Badum, order kill you there. You know? So they were out today to intimidate Nigerians. because they don't want the Nigerians to intimidate the judges. So they call it all eyes on the judiciary rally. Number one, Nigeria don't they see shege. Shege continua Banza Asata. It's a new one, no? But in Kirayin, just when you see there, you say, my fellow Agbado, Shege continua Banza Asata. If I say Shege continua, you will say Banza Asata. You guarantee the Shege continues and the Banza is guaranteed. Kind of like that. It's so easy. Shege continua Banza Asata. Then you can then say Shege Pro Max. You know what I mean? So guys were out and they said, no, if it was Asari Dokupigi, it would have probably sort of a carnival-like. Under Bokwari, it was an alarm to protest against a Muslim presidiot like the lifeless may God Mumumadu Bokwari. Although those who called protest alarm are already coming out right now. Shege continua Banza Asata. You know what I mean? Well, so today in Abuja, where people came out, they didn't see opposition like they used to see, when they pay people to protest, like counter-protest. That wasn't what happened. It was their soldiers and military, their police and all of them. I've got this pieces of video. I'll show you, right? Hang on. Here is, I think this was when they are like getting the, okay, doesn't matter. Just,
You have children. And it's for you.
Oga, no. I'm just doing my job. Let them come and harass me. I'm doing my job.
We're fighting for you.
They should come and harass me. You don't need to tell them whether you're fighting for them. You don't need to tell them.
Please. Take it easy. These are Nigerians. These are not. Why you harassing them? They're coming to meet.
No, let them come. You want to harass me? Come.
Please, I don't. Are we armed? They have children.
Are we not in this together? We are in this together. We are in this together. This is on us. We are in this all together. Nobody is quarreling. He was coming at me like he wanted to come and harass me.
Now everybody they suffer. I saw one guy today. He was driving. Well, he was not driving when I saw him, but I believe he was driving the Benz. Then, like people Tony. Now the Benz can't drive them back. Two of them we enjoy the tow. They don't reach destination when fuel finish. I don't even know why people take such risk in Nigeria. They say, oh yeah, basic. You press zoom, then you remove it in gear. You put it in neutral. I don't know. By the time we turn our head like that, three of them don't they push Benz back. Now Benz can't they ride them back. Everybody is feeling it. Everybody is affected. If you get some money where you put somewhere, you yourself know, say that money, you don't they touch them already. And if care is not taken, one day you go open the colo, now you come out time. Now the shege. Shege continua. You will say, Banza Asata. See, Shege, yeniko continue, right? Look at it. Is it not? Shege will continue by. Banza, yeni egbon Shege. Toba Shege Banza. You know what I'm saying, Abi? Ti Banza ti wa pockets. To ti wa savings. To ti wa other things and all of that. Income or regular, dadamo. That one also affected the protest. I know like you. People know to come out too. But when don't shop, they come out. Yeah, it is affecting everybody. The obedient themselves, who are, when they say obedient, gather here. That's the code. Obedient, gather here. On the 20th, on the 21st, we are going to Shigeri. Yes, everybody, yes. Normally, they are not really afraid of the police per se when they come out in their numbers, right? Baba, we man fagila everybody, man no lie you. Everybody is no be say people no get. Don't misunderstand though. People have gotten to a stage whereby they have to weigh all options. Sure, you get like if I go this thing, how much you go? Normally, if I go for rally, they cost me past 1.5, 2K. Even sometimes I put 5K for pockets. I see they do big boy for some nice people there for rally every day, flex and all that. Baba, to go to the rally alone, that 5K no go take me. To come back, another 5K. She make I go rally now, or I go next one. That's the situation everybody is in right now. Everybody is trying to or get everybody, man, not like you. I'm not saying that is enough for reason why people are not out. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying it's also part of the reasons why a lot of things are never going to remain the same. Go to all these popular shopping mall in Nigeria. You know them now. Abuja, Santex, Abi Fantex, Abi Bantex. We shall know what I'm talking about. That popular one in Abuja. Bantex, Abi Kilokpeno. You shall know, The purchasing power of people has so dwindled, like halved, that if you have to weigh the option. But nevertheless, the police and everybody who is also been sharing in this, because everybody they collect to go church now, offering no 2-day go boy anymore. And everybody the majority are just now demanding for anything we God will do for them and telling God that God you go understand. I used to give. But these days, you only have me. I have nothing. It's affecting. If you go to Moshalashi, if you go to Adiagberos on the streets, Owoda, load, this or that, go and ask them too. Koros if anybody more. I mean, it's everywhere, isn't it? But the policemen, what are they doing? They are following orders. If the order told them to shoot all of you that came out today, they will do it, Abi, and then they will turn around and deny. And if they are caught, they will say, but we are just following order. Order to kill your own citizens who are out there to say they deserve better, Abi. I'll show you another one.
So we came to City Park. There were only a few people. We tried to gather. They asked us to go to Area 1. We went to Area 1. And they sent over 10 truckloads of police with NSCDC, Army, everybody. There were just a few of us, a handful of us. Carrying all kinds of loaded guns, and then we left again. Now we are back again to the city gate. But at least, do you have anything you want to say? Anything before?
I'm so pissed about this. Anything I say now will look somehow.
Okay, anybody wants to say anything else? Anything?
They will take you up on the jail, and that's the only thing I can say.
Okay, good.
But yeah, it's only jail. Other is people around the center.
Okay. Anything else?
I'm pissed off, not with the military. I'm pissed off with our people. We are supposed to be here. If we were here in our numbers, there's no way they would have gotten away with it. You don't just come and tell us, leave here in 2 minutes. Why? What did we do? Did we kill somebody? Are we carrying arms? We're just out here. Just out here as citizens, nothing.
Going towards Cuba.
They killed that guy.
Which key?
They beat them. I know. If I no capture them, then na waste na.
What did you guys do?
Nothing.
And what happened to this woman?
And she was also videoing.
So they collect her phone.
They scatter themselves.
They arrest that old man. DSS.
DSS have been a police.
Both DSS.
All of them, army. See army.
See army now. You know they see them.
So what thing be the real thing where the guy do?
Nothing now. You don't know your Nigeria. No be tyrant. This demonstrate. This.
They beat the boy.
They won't collect the man phone. This country. They don't see the man.
And they don't collect that other one cell phone. And I even old man.
I hope they're gonna. No, they look out for me. If I see anybody wait there, funny, no, now tell me.
Don't worry, the video I go. After you send your phone, they show the thing well. You don't lose your slipper.
I don't lose them.
I'm gonna watch for you.
Elijah.
I want to trust you. You know me among them.
No, I still never. I don't injure.
I use idea.
I don't injure.
I think say na pursue na dey pursue that guy come.
Now when you dey run, now you go pursue. I no run, I just waka.
That was after the DSS, police, and the rest of them started chasing them. So they had to record it from very far. It's not the same with the same Obidients in Adamawa. Those ones had enough kind of time to relay their message. I'll show you.
Party, Labour Party, Labour Party, muna godiya mutanen Adamawa, muna godiya mutanen Nigeria. Da taron da aka yi yau domin mu nuna wa duniya cewa muna so a yi shari'a na gaskiya domin matasa masu tasowa. Idan manya suka yi felin wannan shari'a to sun nuna ma matasa masu tasowa Najeriya babu gaskiya. Wannan mulki mu muka ci mulki a bamu mulkin mu ko kuma mu shiga zabe mu karbi kayan mu. Muna roƙi mutane a yi adalci a yi gaskiya shari'a ta nuna ma jama'a na duniya cewa ana shari'a gaskiya a Najeriya. Haka ne idanunmu yana kan duniya su duba su gani abubuwan da yake tafiya. Kada a yi zalunci, kada a yi cuci, kada a yi kwace domin kada koyawa matasa masu tasowa mayagun ayyuka, mayagun halaye. Duniya sa ido ta ga wannan shari'a a sharanta gaskiya shine roƙon mu zuwa ga duniya gaba daya.
Bàbá Tinubu ẹjọ́, àríṣẹ́ ṣe ṣọ́ọ̀bù ẹjọ́, ẹ ṣàánú wa ẹjọ́. Bàbá Tinubu ẹjọ́.
Arákùnrin ta ló ń bọ̀
àwọn alágbè yìí wọlé ẹjọ́. Ẹ mẹ́jà rígírẹ́tì ẹjọ́. Bàbá ẹjọ́, ẹ ṣàánú wa ẹjọ́ bí tí ń pa wá.
Àtisebo, àtisétẹ́, àti ń parọ́ tipẹ́, àtisétẹ́, òtítọ́ òdìmú òdodo òsì mọ́, àtisétẹ́, kágbádé fáláre, àtisétẹ́, kágbẹ̀bí fáláre, àtisétẹ́ adájọ́ ń parọ́ torí owó, àtisétẹ́ òtìlú ń parọ́ nítorí ipò, àtisétẹ́, èdò gbówó ń tẹ́, àtisétẹ́, ìyà ń jẹ aráàlú, àtisétẹ́.
So yeah, there is still no freedom of association or freedom of gathering except the one for those who are the Jagaban army, I've been a Jagaban soldiers. Asari, the Kupig himself, would probably be laughing. Because I mean, like, he's been in Abuja several times, right? It didn't provoke other people, right? And yeah, said they will camp in Abuja every day until the judgment. So we hope that the judiciary, Judy don't sharing. Sorry, Judy. So we hope they will finally at least tells you the judgment day. Because from this week now, they only have about 4 weeks to deliver the judgment. At least constitutional, I mean, they are lawfully, I don't know. Because it's so hard to put Nigeria and law, you know, in the same sentence where these guys are. It's kind of strange. It's weird, right? So yeah, you would probably get that maybe this week, but tomorrow, Monday, Tinubu will be swearing in 45. I've been reading 46. I don't have all the names, right? But 45 ministers tomorrow. And about 50 special advisors. I think it's about 50 special advisors. So tomorrow he is expected to swear in nearly 100 advisors, including ministers. But why people are that? I saw the Willie Wike's picture where he was also signing the document as minister designate, Abi. How many of you have seen this picture? I don't know how recent this picture is. Do you by any chance know this guy on the right? On the left is Oshoko. Fayoshe. Abi Fauleshe, you know. I remember when we used to call him Fauleshe. Babaladiye. Abi Fauleshe or Fuleshe. Anyway, that's Fayoshe. Well, I mean, this can be a recent picture of Willie Wike. I'm so sorry that I have to bring it to your screen and be asking you the same question I've been asking myself. I have seen his recent picture. It looks shrunk. This one seems kind of scary. They were drinking the drink of the gods. Something you can say, be probably a vodka. They are drinking vodka to, you know what I mean, like he say to appease the gods. Pastor Fayoshe as well, you know, like I'm just saying. I told you that there is a story behind this image. And to start with, all of you who are, I don't know if this is CNS or the church, or this is not to mock the church. I just want to talk about Governor Ade Jackson. You can call him Ajobiewe or Ajo the governor. You know, in Nigeria, you have Ajogba Jesun. You have Ajogba Fida. No, there's no Ajogba Fida. Ajogba something like that. Ajogba Jesu, no. Ajogba something, somebody who danced to win something. So that is Governor Ade Dancer. Normally we call him Ade Dancer on Mayegun's Diary Political. But kind of respecting the resilience and then the fight that Osun people put into chasing APC, Egbekegbe away. I mean, I just feel like that's their mandate and kind of it's like insulting their mandate or kind of making mockery of their mandate because they gave it to Governor Ajogbaje. I mean, Governor Jackson. Okay, enough of all of that. Okay, the reason why I showed you that picture is this, right? You know, it's been kind of wonderful over time, like in the last few months, where he's been like paying outstanding pension salaries, and he's still paying the current salaries. It's like doing other things that are making people to be like, how is he able to do that? I mean, like, where is the money? Because for the past 12 years, with Aregbe Mugbo Baba Kabiru in charge of Osun State, that he turned the state upside down to the point that people that are working monthly, 30 days a week, they are paying them half salary. Baba, they know if you complain, they said they understand. We understand. We understand him. Irony understand. But anyway, Where was he? Where was Governor Adedans? I mean, Governor. Why do I keep not remembering his name? I'm so terrible with that. So, you know, just manage it like that with me, okay? So I'm just going to stick to Adedansa because that's what I know him as, okay? So sorry to my friends from Oshun. All right, it has nothing to do with you, okay? Just banter. So, Governor Adedansa therefore challenged Aregbemugbo Baba Kabiru when they brought in Oletola. Oletola was a little bit of a relief from Aregbemugbo Baba Kabiru. Because Aregbemugbo Baba Kabiru, àwọn yẹn jẹ ahun, wọ́n tún jẹ igbá, wọ́n jẹ everything that is available, including even if you have to put up a show as a clown. By the time he was done with them, Osun State was bankrupt. But when Oletola came, from what we heard though, he was able to start kind of putting some money back and start paying some more, but he couldn't. You know, because he still has to satisfy some other gluttons that's from their own camp too, unfortunately. It was a little bit different from, Aregbemugbo. So Jackson, Bonnie Jackson, Tirowo, Governor Jackson, where did you see money from? Like, what's going on? And the guy said, I only just stopped paying the percentage they paid to body loan. That's all I did. I didn't do any magic. There's no magic, nothing. I just ensured that all Osun State money that should belong to Osun State, they are not ending up in Lagos. I mean, that's kind of his own brag, eh? Okay. So he blocked the loopholes for those ones. In the last 1 week, Governor Jackson, Governor, he has a name. Let's mention his name of Osun State. Governor, can you even believe that? I can't even remember his name. Ade Jackson, Governor Ade Dancer, Governor Kini Davido in general. Anyway, sorry for that distraction. Sorry. That's me, that's the way I kind of always like to remember names, okay? So Adeleke. See, I'm talking about Governor Adeleke of Osun State. That's the guy there, right? So he's quite a lively guy, okay? But nevertheless, the song of how is it doing it? Wow, this is wonderful. This is this and that and all that, right? And that kind of drowned his critic, those who said, oh, don't worry, it's just a clown, it's just a joke. Those actions kind of drowned them. Then election came, right? He proved to everybody that his own election wasn't a fluke. So PDP won his state. So kind of like it was going on that stride like that until recently, when he now decided to appoint his own commissioners, special advisors, personal advisors, this and that. There are some major appointments that kind of make it look like, what the hell? For example, they said he appointed a member of his family as the commissioner in charge of all the local government or something in Osun. So they believe that he has done that. And then he made himself commissioner for, I think, works and the other two ministries too, or so. It was more or less like, no, you don't do that. You have to give it to people. The final one was that Governor Jackson is kind of being currently accused of diverting the same Tinubu's food. Although I'm not saying you should take that, it's all just take it with a pinch of salt or something, right? So that's why he's back, in the news. And when I saw that, I was like, okay, they said they are already turning Osun State into a family affair, but there's an outstanding one. And that one was like people who were just waiting for anything, just anything. And it was the headline. Adeleke appointed special advisor on government house pool. Maybe that's my frustration while everywhere. I'm going to frustrating. Government house pool. Some other people was, you see, you don't appoint special advisor on swimming pool. Special advisor on swimming pool, bawo. Special advisor on swimming pool. Government house pool. Ṣé kò ṣe mọ́tò ló ń kó sí pool tó bá pè ní government house pool ni? Àbí is that not supposed to be cars, vehicles, and all of that? Ṣé ó ti rẹ àwọn èèyàn ní brain tó yẹn ni? But I just felt like it's kind of funny, right? Like Governor Ade Jackson, Adeleke, who shared position to as many people as possible, and then appointed somebody as the head of government house pool. And everybody just speak out the pool, and they said the swimming pool. Omo. So I went on to go and check, and I was like, no, I'm going to add that to this tonight. Like, I don't know if you saw that too. People are like, you know, I mean, they don't have much time to reason much anymore. Unfortunately, it's going to get worse. I keep telling you that all the time because it is true. But for whatever, I mean, for all it's, you know, it's worth. Just try. If you have a chance of figuring yours out, you know, congratulations. But just try to understand that people are going through a lot. A lot of them are pretending. Some of them are on social media. Thank God. See, Elon Musk has started paying people on Twitter. I mean, a lot of you can even go there with all of this joblessness and then this poverty and something in Nigeria, and you can possibly bail yourself out of the poverty. I mean, the one that has kept you hopeful for the crumbs from those who don't wish you well. Remember that this same APC, they had to ban Twitter in Nigeria, for months. Now, go there too. Make you yourself go there, write anything you want to write. Maybe you yourself can make small money that can lift you out of poverty of 10,000 naira that they are giving people everywhere now. 10,000 naira, 5,000 naira, government money. Your mates are in Nigeria today are getting paid by Elon Musk. I'm talking about real money. Well, like some good money. They said it's impression money and all of that. Go and join them instead of wasting your time on social media defending the criminals that for every opportunity they see, they will put the rug under your feet. And that is you. Bam. Where you probably don't think you wanted to be. They call them Alimajiri People's Congress. If you have not started queuing for food and you are thinking you can't, and you are supporting APC, ask those who do those Bambi Allah Ashiri Abo. Oje Lorabo. Because the situation will get so tight and hard that it won't take much time before you will know that your enemies are not invincible, not spiritual, not nothing. Just your choice, the choices you make. The consequences of those choices. I mean that with time. Ma, take calls, okay? Don't go anywhere. I'm going to go make myself another cup of tea, okay? And to everybody who actually supported Tinubu, on behalf of all of you and this guy, a lot of you have businesses. You have your job. Some of you are like, you know, you are people who, what's it they call those ones where they only share what? Why do I keep remembering Yoruba of words that I prefer to use than use their English? And suddenly, the English word just disappear. Artisan, or what do you call those ones where they do share what? Artisans are here. A lot of you are artisans who make things for people, get paid. Now that people are broke and becoming poorer and poorer, even your own service are not patronized. Sure, you get. Your businesses are not patronized. You are also suffering revenue, revenue losses. So whether you understood what you brought upon yourself or you were bringing upon yourself or you don't understand what you have brought upon yourself, Baba, I am going to join you to help you tell Tinubu to Baba Tinubu ejo ebi ti fe pa àwọn èèyàn yìí kú o.
Baba Tinubu ejo àríṣẹ́ ṣọ́ọ̀bù ejo ẹ ṣàánú wa ejo. Baba Tinubu ejo arákùnrin ta ló ń bọ̀ wá. Àwọn alágbè yìí wọlé ejo. Ẹ má jà regret ejo. Baba ejo ẹ ṣàánú wa ejo bí ti ń pa wá.
Thank you very much to every one of you who has been with me tonight. I am very kind of sorry that we are going to call it a night. Now, I'm not going to take calls, okay? So something sort of popped up, right? You understand, right? Okay. Now, if to kind of cover up that disappointments, all right, you can go and watch the Sunday sermon today, okay? I promise you, I will make it up to all of you, all of us. So don't leave without liking the broadcast, all right? I will see you, I promise, tomorrow. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun Diary politico. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Mayegun máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràgì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹni bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹni bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì.